A very good morning, children. Welcome to the online class. This is a continuation of chapter number 1, Medieval Europe, Rise and Spread of Christianity. Today I am going to discuss the topic, consequences, page number. You can refer to your history textbook from page number 10, okay? So, we are doing consequences. Okay? Consequences of Crusades. Okay? Now, Crusade, according to your book, help or created, what we call, created in generating national feeling. National feeling means loyalty or devotion, towards one's own country, So Crusade helped in generating national feeling among the people of Europe. They realized that they share the same culture, that is tradition, Sanskriti, etc. and also spoke the same language also, The desire to unite under one ruler led to the birth of national state. So Crusade also helped to generate national feeling, as well as they realized they had the same culture, same language, and they wanted to unite under one roof, under one ruler, and this gave birth to national state or nation state, which you call NATION, nation state. Now what is a nation state? Now if you look at the word nation state, nation state is a state, in which a great number of people, share or, have same cultures, and is conscious of their traditions or culture. Now, the second, consequence or result, or effect of the crusade was, trade relation between East and West developed. So, trade relation also developed between East and West, So, trade relation also developed between East and West. Now, whenever we are talking about East, East means Islam. East means Islam. West means, Christianity, or Christians. So, trade relation developed between the Muslims and the Christians. So, I am writing not Islam, but Muslims and the Christians, MUSLIMS, Muslims and the Christians. Now, the third, result or consequence of the crusade according to your book is many feudal lords, Now, whenever we are talking about the feudal lords work under the king, our understanding. So many feudal lords and knights lost their lives in this holy war. Now, who are feudal lords? They are of noble birth, and they have wealth, property, as well as their own army, and they support the king, and they get wages, that is salary from the king, So many feudal lords and knights. Now, knights are also born in nobility, and are trained to fight, in heavy metal armor, So these were the three results of the crusade. Now we are moving on to monasteries and nunneries, We are moving on to monasteries and ERIES, Nunneries. So the second topic that we are going to discuss is monasteries and nunneries. Within 500 years of the acceptance of Christianity. So 500 years means 5th century, Or understand, 1 century is 100 years. Within 5 years of the acceptance or recognition or approval of the Christianity by the Roman Emperor Constantine I, almost all European states basically became Christian states, or their official religion became Christianity, With the spread of Christianity, churches were established or built in villages, towns, as well as in cities, all over Europe. People started, looking for the service of the Christian priest, like in Hinduism, when we are doing any puja or religious ceremony, we basically want the help of Brahmins. Brahmins are our priest for our religious ceremonies or rituals or rites. Likewise, these Christians also, if they want to perform any religious ceremony or spiritual ceremony, they basically took the help or seek the help of the Christian priests. Okay, they were in the olden times called monks. Okay, for performing religious rites or religious ceremonies. The priests also took initiative, okay, opportunity in spreading education, okay, among the common people when they were doing religious ceremony, and helped the poor and the needy people also. Some Christian priests lived among the people to serve them. So some of the Christian priests basically, okay, lived among the common people and served the needy and the poor, while some others preferred to live in, okay, monasteries, okay, or follow monasticism, okay. So while some wanted to follow monasticism. So what is the word called monasticism? M-O-N-A-S, okay, T-I-C-I-S-M. What is monasticism? Okay, monasticism in simple words, it's known as M-O-N-K, monk, H-O-O-D, hood. It means monkhood. Okay, is a religious way of life in which one basically renounces or one basically leaves all worldly things. Or renounce means also R-E-N-O-U-N-C-E. Renounce also means tag. It also means tag. So monasticism means monkhood is a religious way of life in which one renounces or leaves behind all the worldly things to devote himself or oneself to God. Okay. So they have left their family, they have left their wealth, even the house, even the land, etc., and dedicated their lives to the God. Okay, that is known as monasticism. A follower of monasticism, okay, gives up worldly pursuit. Okay, so worldly pursuit means tangible things. Tangible things like, okay, wealth, property, or other material goods are left behind by the monks, okay, and devote his life or her life to religious matters. The male Christians who follow monasticism are called monks. Okay, they are today called priests. Okay, and their female counterparts. Now, whenever we are talking about the female counterparts, okay, female counterparts means the, okay, who says the same functions as the monk. Okay, they are called nuns. Okay, male are called monks, female are called nuns. Okay, the place where the monks live is called monastery. So where the male priests live is known as monastery. They are called monks. And the place where a nun lives is called nunnery or convent. Okay, so nunneries are also called C-O-N-V-E. Okay, and a convent. Okay, so this is the place where the male monk lives. Okay, and this is the place where, okay, nunnery or the convent is the place where the female monks live. Okay. So these female monks are called what? Nuns. Okay, they are called what? Nuns. Okay, a nun. Another name of a monastery or a convent is Abbey also. So whenever we are talking about monastery is another name also. Okay, that is known as Abbey. Monastery has another name also. It is known as A-B-B-E-Y, Abbey. Okay. Okay. Abbey is a type of monastery where, okay, the head of this monastery is basically abbot. Okay, the head is basically abbot. So the male is basically called abbot. Okay, and the female is called, okay, abbess. Okay, are you understanding? So now we are moving on to another paragraph where we come to know that Saint Anthony of Thebes. Okay, now whenever we are talking about Saint Anthony of Thebes, he is called the father of the monks. Okay, you will not find in a book, please write it down. Okay, he is known as father of the monks. Saint Anthony the Great. He is also called Saint Anthony the Great, or the Saint Anthony of Thebes, or Saint Anthony of Desert also we call it. Okay, okay. So Saint Anthony the Great was a Christian monk from Egypt. Okay, He is called the father of all the monks, okay? And he was the person who organized the first order of the Christian monks. He was the person who first, okay, basically built these monasteries where the monks can live, okay? Or Nunneries, okay? So he is called the founder, okay, or the beginner of monasticism in Europe. Life in a monastery and a nunnery was simple. That is, simple means sajilo, okay, or easy. And discipline means controlled form of behavior. That is anusasan, we call it, okay. Neither monks nor nuns were allowed to marry. They devoted their lives into spiritual, that is religious, okay, matters, okay, and in service of the people. They also learnt various subjects. Now, we are moving on to next heading, that is known as impact, okay, of monasteries, okay. Now we are doing impact of monasteries, okay. Monasteries were large buildings surrounded by gardens, fields and ponds. So a building was surrounded by garden, fields and ponds, and this is known as a monastery. Each monastery had a church, living quarters, that is, okay, room or lodging facilities for the monks and the nuns, a kitchen as well as a storeroom. They developed, these monasteries basically developed into centers of art, okay, and education, as well as great institutions of social services. Now, what are social services? It includes benefits and facilities like education, okay, assistance, okay, healthcare, etc., okay, and even jobs. The following points, okay, basically illustrates or serves that great impact on the society in medieval Europe. That is, medieval means Middle Europe, okay. Apart from religious related studies, apart from religious literature and studies, the priest taught subjects like, okay, history, okay. Then they also taught, they also taught philosophy. Philosophy means, okay, love of wisdom, okay. It is the study of fundamental nature of knowledge, reality and existence. Medicine, which includes, okay, doctors, nurses, and covers diagnosis, okay, treatment and prevention of disease, is known as medicine, the study of medicine, okay. Law, that is rules and regulations, and astrology. Astrology means the study of movement and relative position of celestial body, okay, and which has influence on human affairs and natural world, which is told by an astrologer, okay. This way, they made education more useful. In the field of art, such as wood carving. Now, wood carving means cutting. Wood carving means, okay, a way of cutting, okay, stone tools. Okay, so it is the tools which are used is basically a cutting tool. In one hand you have a chisel, and on the other you have a mallet. Okay, in the field of art such as wood carving, okay, glass making also. Now glass, whenever we are talking about glass, what kind of glasses were basically produced in that particular time? Okay, it was called stained, stained glasses, okay, which was basically a product of Persia. Okay, this knowledge they gathered when they occupied that place. Okay, so when the Muslims basically conquered Persia in the olden times, okay, they learned about the inventions, discoveries, etc. So they had knowledge about glass, they had knowledge about, okay, carpets, they have knowledge about perfumes. Okay, so in the field of art such as wood carving, glass making, and mural painting, so wall painting, which is done by water-based paint, okay, that is also called fresco, okay, and architecture, that is buildings, the monasteries did good work. Okay, as the printing press was not yet invented or created or produced, the monks and the nuns prepared handwritten copies of the Bible. So today we are using lots of Bibles, King James Bibles, etc. These are basically copies of the original Bibles. Okay, so monks and nuns basically prepared handwritten copies of the Bible, okay, Greek and Roman classic. Now Greek means Latin, okay. It helped in reviving, that is bringing back, okay, learning and spreading knowledge about the ancient civilization of Europe, okay. The monks and nuns staged plays also, okay, a play that is written to be performed on a stage, that is known as a, okay, staged plays on the lives of saints like Saint Anthony to teach the importance of ethics. Ethics means, okay, personal belief, that is about what is right and what is wrong, and moral, okay, moral principles, that is of right and wrong, okay, derived from the stories that you have basically heard or learned, like value education or moral science, from moral science. So to the common people, they also led simple lives to set an example for those people. Okay, There were priests who were called friars, okay. They are basically religious priests or clergymen, okay, who used to move from place to place in order to help the needy and the poor people. They help peasants. Peasants means, okay, basically agricultural laborers of low social status, okay. They help peasants in their work. So these priests, basically religious priests, help, okay, the farmers, okay, and also cared for the sick and taught the children. So with this, I have finished this chapter. Okay, hope you find this lesson useful. Thank you for listening.